Hey everybody, welcome back. Field work continues. Yeah, I got the backhoe up here today, and man, it's cold. It got down to like 26 degrees Fahrenheit last night. So yeah, while we're waiting for all that to go away, we're gonna be out here digging rocks. So yeah, we got this one left over from the scraper work. We're gonna get that one out of there, and we have to get this one out of there. Those two are icebergs. You know, there's more below the surface than what you can see. And this little one, we'll just kind of grab him out with a thumb in the bucket, and then, well, see what else we can find to do from there. Don't know that we're gonna get to putting topsoil back today, because I'd kind of like to be out of here, have this rock picking and all this stuff wrapped up, maybe do a little bit of grading on the road-based material. I want to have that done by lunchtime, and we have other things to do after that, so it's gonna be a busy day. Let's get going. So that was a little bit disappointing. Not that I want to have boulders, but those ended up being pretty small. I was hoping for some nice landscapers like these. You know, ones that you can climb up on and walk all over. So I can only stake claim to one of these. I think it was this one I dug out. The previous landowner got those other three beauties. But yeah, I've been kind of hoping for some more like nice landscaping rocks like these. I kind of have a project in mind. I mean, they're around. That one looks kind of big, still in the ground. We've got these to choose from over here. But if I get real hard up for some really nice nuggets, we can, well, I have a little bit of a stash back here in the woods. Let's go see if we can find a bear, huh? Yeah, you can get back here. Nobody's ever broken the ground back here. You can see they're sticking out all over the place. What I really like is this one over here. There's a bunch over here, really. That's pretty good size. This one's a monster. I don't know what it'd take to get that out. Like, see if the D6 could do it. That's a monster. That's a monster. All through here. They're just sticking out all over. It's just amazing to me. That's what all of this ground looked like. Oh, back in the day, 100, 120 years ago when they first started clearing it. I can't imagine doing all that with hand tools and animals. That's pretty much what you had. If you were rich, you had steam power. Nobody around here has ever been rich, so. People ask quite a bit, why do you pick all this rock out? Why don't you use that for your fill, for your road base, for your building site, all that? And I've typed it out a bunch of times in the comment section, but I'll just cover it again here. It's because we have such profound frost in the wintertime, it can push fence posts right out of the ground, and it pushes rocks just the same. So if you put rocks underneath anything where you're going to drive or you're going to build, they're going to come back and haunt you year after year after year. It's just one of those things. So the best option we have is the cleanest, purest red sand you can find, because it does not hold water. When water freezes, it expands and it heaves. It heaves any object in the ground along with it. With rocks, they push up. It creates like a void beneath them. Then when all that frost goes out and melts, the fines and everything filter down beneath the rocks. That rock is now, I mean, it could be 2 inches higher in a year than it was the prior year. So yeah, we don't put rocks under anything in this part of the world. And like with digging these out here, we could have just left them, because yeah, we're going to bury them under that topsoil. The problem is they're going to be in the plow line now, so the next time we pulled any kind of tillage implements through here, we would hit them and probably risk breaking something and be digging them out anyway, so we might as well get them out of the ground right now. Another thing people say is, why don't you sell all those rocks? There's good money in it. Problem is not around here, because, well, every field around has piles of rocks like that all the way around the perimeter. So, you know, supply and demand. Actually costs you money around here to get rid of them, plus the wear and tear on your equipment. You factor that in, it's a negative yield. So rocks just stay in the pile. Another comment that comes up, they say, you should get a jaw crusher. Yes, I should. That's awesome. My problem is I'd probably be like an evil, you know, supervillain to try and take over the world if I had that kind of power at my fingertips. I'm dangerous enough with a teeny tiny backhoe. Flashing yellow lights, it wants to go into regen mode. It needs to burn out the diesel particulate filter. Thank you, EPA. So, once more throttle. Usually about 2200. It'll burn it out. Takes about 5 minutes. You can keep working the whole time. So. Okay, so, well, we're just about midday and it's about time to call it out here. I got the tractor in after I finally finished picking all those rocks. You saw me throw that last one in the pile with the backhoe. Yeah, look down, stub my toe. there it was. So dug that one too. Graded out where I threw the material for the road bed, and honestly that's as good as I can get with the little Kubota. I'll probably come up here with the Ford with the back blade, and we'll just kind of finish flattening that, transition it to here, let it go on down the hill, and we're ready to start rolling out matting and then start throwing some gravel on for road. So I just kept the camera off, kept myself from getting distracted, and was able to bucket in probably not quite half of that topsoil. So the pile's not as big as it used to be, and yeah, it looks rough in here. It's chunky, but I'll get in here with the disc. It'll all cut up, flatten down. We'll hit that area over there again, get all the stuff flattened back out, and hopefully have a field again. So man, I'd love to stay out here and just get this part of it done, but there's other things I need to do with my daylight today. So we'll head back home, get some lunch, and see what other trouble we can find, right? Okay, so had some lunch, and it's time to start checking the old D2 over. I have a little bit of an outing with it that I'd like to attend next weekend, so I need to, with plenty of time in advance, check it over, make sure everything looks good. That way, if I need to address something, I have this week to do it, and it's not all last minute. So just finished topping up the battery on the charger. I store it out of the machine every winter because it gets so darn cold down here. So usually just give it a quick shot to wake it back up, test it, make sure all seems well. So we'll get this put in, and we'll check all the fluid levels and try to do the first start of the year. See if any other problems pop up. All right, I do need to change oil. So we got it perched up on the hoist. You can see some wood blocks, and yeah, I know they don't go the full length of the track, but consider those 4 rollers are all you're really sitting on anyway with the D2. You can see the ag idler, standard idler on here is a little bit higher. That's why these things are not stable for like heavy stripping work, because you're on those 4 rollers, and the thing's like, it's like a rocking horse. So, and I've got the brake locked, and we're in gear, so there's really no way this thing can move. So threw the redneck creeper down. Yep, cardboard. have a look under here real quick. You got to get these things up off the ground a little bit because they're so low. There's the oil plug there, and Cat, I don't think, like to have a lot of downtime for maintenance because those are like 2-inch openings. So when you crack that plug and let it go, you better be ready because you're not going to stuff it back in. And then up here, it's probably hard to see, but that's the bell housing drain. This is a dry clutch, but because you dump oil into that drip cup for the throwout bearing, you do need to drain that off from time to time because all that will settle in the bottom. Plus, if you have any leakage past your main rear seal, well, there is no rear main seal because it's that spiral groove that's cutting the crank, and that's about it. But anyway, you get anything that settles out back there, it's good to crack that plug loose. Make sure that nothing comes out of there. So be ready to catch up to and including, I believe, 15 quarts of oil in these diesel crankcases. That's why we have this old Rubbermaid tote. I know that's plenty. Be ready. There goes. And we're just about out. Good job. Old oil filter out. New oil filter in. There, engine oil plug back in. Let's just scoot down here a ways. We'll take that plug out from the bell housing, drain off any residual that's accumulated in there. Yeah, just a little bit. Pretty much only what I add to that release bearing, so that's good. Okay, so we're going to change oil on the starting engine too. You want to change this often anyway. It only holds a quart. Okay, so funnel out, put the cap back. Both crankcases are full. We haven't ran anything yet. We have some more maintenance to do here real quick, but this is about the time of day that I need to make time for exercise. Yeah, I'm back into running again. I'm up to 4 miles at a time right now again. I used to run a lot. I got away from it all last year because people were saying, oh, because of the virus, don't get your system too run down, blah, blah, blah. I ended up pudgier and more out of shape than I've ever been in my life, and I hated it. So I've been running for about 6 weeks again. Started out with just a mile and then worked into 2 miles, then 3. I'm at 4. We're gonna try and stretch it out to 5 here at a shot soon. But yeah, we got the old nasty full flow through ventilated sweatshirt on. It's perfect for days like today where the sun's not really out. It's kind of chilly, but it, you know, it keeps me cool enough on my core, but I can still keep my my head and my ears warm too. So you guys don't get to see me run though. Oh Lord, that would be a video. Viral for all the wrong reasons, right? Okay, I'm back. Got another 4 in the books, so that's good. Won't have to do that tomorrow or probably the next day. I'd like to kind of switch it up. Tomorrow I'll probably do like core. Next day be like upper body, some weight, stuff like that. keep changing it up, keep your body guessing. If you fall into the same old just run every day, pretty soon you're going to plateau and you don't make any more progress because your body gets used to it. So just keep changing it up and just try to be better tomorrow than you were today. I was better today than I was yesterday, so just keep on like that and, well, you'll do well. So I'm going to walk this off for a few minutes and then back at it, see if we can get that D2 finished yet today. So picking up where we left off, grease gun here, and we're just going to hit like some of the lubrication points for like pivots, levers, controls, things like that. We're not doing button heads on undercarriage. I usually wait until right before I operate it to do those. So, you know, we'll have like main clutch, handle, zerk. We have these 3 zerks for the steering clutches. I'll hit this little zerk for the hydraulic control. And then we have like down in here, there's that zerk way in here for the brake pedal pivot. You know, points like that. I'll also do my pivot shaft because for some reason these just have zerks. They should probably have the button head, but you know, zerks work for that. Okay, so last thing we have to do here is a track adjustment. You can see we're starting to get a little bit of slack going there. So I've already taken the bolts out for the front dirt guard. That's where the adjuster's hiding. There we go. Doing all this with one hand. There we are. Tighten the pinch bolts back up to lock the adjustment. Birds. Okay, so dirt guard is secure. Repeat all these for the other track, and then we can start up and check for oil leaks. Okay. Gasoline on for the starting engine. Mag switch is on, we're good. We're going to give it a little choke. It's been sitting here a while. Throttle out to slow it down. Compression release off. Here's where we need to make sure we take it out of gear. Brake lock is still engaged, so we're still good there. Battery on. Nice part about the starting engine is I can just wheel this diesel over with no compression and check for oil leaks. We'll watch the gauge, make sure it builds pressure first, have a good look. If nothing's dripping, we'll put fuel to it and hopefully we can just go park it in the shed. It'll be that easy. So it'd be nice, huh? Set you guys up here out of the way. Well, the timing of everything worked out just about right. It's about 7:45 p.m. right now, and I promised everybody at 8 p.m. tonight I would throw the Farmall Super M pull and tumblebug scraper on a live feed, so that gives me just about enough time to get in, get everything placed, and click the button on that. Oh, we still got daylight though. If I didn't have to do that, I'd probably get just enough time to buzz up to the field with the tractor again, finish buckling the rest of that topsoil onto the dirt work area, and get that finished up yet today. Kind of hoping I'd have enough time to do that, but I wasted too much time on the D2, so yeah, once I get that video going, I'll probably only have 30 minutes of daylight left, and I got at least an hour worth of work up there, so we'll just forget about that for today. We'll go do that tomorrow. So yeah, otherwise pretty much day in a life video. It's kind of what keeps me busy all day every day, and the days are never long enough. I always have more I want to do, but oh well, we'll see if we can get that topsoil put back tomorrow and find some more trouble after that. Thanks for watching, everybody.